We are Dexian, in the business for good.
Our next speaker truly embodies AI in his own name. His name starts with A and ends with I. Mr. Anurodh Giri, Associate Partner at Microsave Consulting, is a visionary leader driving digital transformation in agriculture. With 17 plus years of global experience, he currently leads the Digital Farmer Services project in Bihar, empowering small-scale producers through technology and innovation. Let's welcome Mr. Anurodh.
Very good morning to everyone. I'm Anurodh Giri, and I'm joined with my colleague, Mr. Kunj Bihari Daga. He is the Chief Architect at Microsave. So all difficult questions go to him. Please. Yeah, so thank you so much, Dexian team and Gates Foundation, for providing us the forum to present our work that we are doing in Bihar. Just a note of mention that I'm managing a 15-member team at Bihar, and we work from the same place where the department is working. So we have seen how Nitin and his team and Dexian team, how important their work is and how it is being used on daily basis. And various decision making. So it's quite, in operational and policy decision making, it's quite useful for the department for using that particular data. So we are witness to that. So thanks and congrats for wonderful work you have done. So mostly I will talk about some challenges that farmers of Bihar face. So 80% of the farmers, our data says that are marginal farmers, and which is true. We have seen the database. So they face challenges that farmers in other part of the state face. For example, extension services, lack of extension services, lack of agri-advisory, timely availability of agri-inputs, access to markets, and so on and so forth. Mr. Kumar also talked about the issues of climate change, so it adds to their problems with crop infestations and crop loss and all. So, but because we had to develop a platform, we wanted even more deep understanding and insights of the farmer problems in Bihar. So we conducted a very thorough study of 2,000 farmers across 20 districts. We selected from 4 agroclimatic zones, and we tried to understand what exact problems they are facing. So the first and foremost problem is that almost 29% of them never went to a school, and 33% of them had a schooling below 10th. So we are dealing with a demography which is very highly illiterate, and they have a less functional and financial literacy. So that's a challenge. Second is that 56% of them never had any access to agri-advisory, and those who had it, they mostly had it from the government servants and over phone and with in an informal manner. So that's a challenge. We also checked on the preferences, what they would like to, if they, in any case, if they want advisory. So they said whether pest and disease management and then price information, these are the priorities that they want immediately advisory on. The bigger challenge that we saw was that 15% did not have phone. Only 40% of them is smartphone, and 45% have feature phone without any internet. So that's the challenge. And the other challenge is that they are facing issues around government schemes application. It's very cumbersome, it's very challenging to apply for the scheme, and there is no one to hear to their grievances. So with this context, Bihar government designed the 4th agriculture roadmap, which is 1,60,000 crore over a 5 years period, where they are trying to increase the farmers' income and also increase agriculture production. But one of the moot points here is also to develop a unified platform for farmers which can provide various services to the farmers so that technologically enable them to take decisions. So that's where the Bihar Krishi comes in play. We call it Integrated Digital Farmer Services, but popularly known as Bihar Krishi. So with support from Gates Foundation, we developed this platform, and we have made it live across 38 districts of Bihar. We have now 5,22,000 farmers registered on it. So it's not download, it's registered on the platform who have come and downloaded the application and started using it. And there are more than 16 modules and 35 features through which we are using. So how we are empowering farmers through this is, first is the simplified interface. So we have done a lot of back-end complex integrations to provide a standard solution in form of tech to the farmers. So I'll just give you an instance. There are more than 50 plus schemes in government of Bihar. So farmers used to apply to it through assisted channel. They go to nearest internet services and they apply for this scheme. So for all these schemes, 5 different IT teams manage it. BRBN, NIC, horticulture, DBT, and soil conservation. So they all have their different IT system. They all have their different websites, so different UI UX for these farmers. So whenever farmer has to apply, he has to put his data repetitively. He has to have experience of multiple UI UX, and then issues with the info, going through the eligibility criteria and also through the what is the scheme benefit. So all those were scattered throughout. So what we did a one-time integration with all these 5 IT systems. And it was a challenging, of course, and we put in one-time effort to integrate all these efforts to bring a standard UI UX to the farmers. So farmers applying for all these 50 schemes have a simplified interface where it does not have to enter data repetitively, it's auto-populated. So based on his DBT data, DBT is the 13-digit IDs given to the farmer. His 19 profile points are automatically populated, and he can apply through standard UI UX for all different schemes. Apart from this, he can also track the schemes which was not available earlier. So this is one integration benefit that we have given to the farmers. Second one is on the unified access to the information. There is a lot of, like Dexian team was talking about, there is a lot of information that government didn't have access to. What Dexian did to the government, we did to the farmers. So farmers didn't have access to the price information. Farmers didn't have access to the agri-asset information. They didn't know where is my near KVK, Kisi Vikas Kendra, Vigyan Kendra. Then didn't know where the university is, where is the agri-input supplier, where is the pack shop, where is the custom hiring center. They didn't know about all of it. So what we did, we integrated with the Bihar system and made it available to the farmers. Now farmer get this customized information to according to their location. So I'm in Motihari, in some block, I will get to know which is the nearest agri-input supplier to me, and I can go to, through direction to that particular place, and I can also call them. So this is the benefit that we have given to the farmer. Now control, we have given control in hands of the farmers. How? It's not a one-way platform where we push information to the farmers. Farmers can also talk to the system and manage their profiles. So we have developed a GRM system, grievance redressal management system, which was not there in department earlier. We developed end-to-end and digitized it. So it has all features of escalation where if a farmer's complaint is not addressed within 7 days, it gets escalated and a so-cause notice is given to the concerned official. So it is monitored by secretary very closely. Now, because of this, a farmer has a say in his schemes application and any other issues that he faces. Similarly, he can manage his profile and so that customized advisory and information can be given to the farmer basis the profile he manages. So it's going to be a very transactional and dynamic profile where basis is more and more he or she transacts with the system, he will get more customized information. Ease of access, so it's not only through, as we saw that many do not have mobile phones, so it's also available through assisted mode where any third-party agent approved by government can provide services to the farmers and in addition to farmers self-accessing this through a portal. This is our journey. So we started somewhere in 2023 in June, July. And from October onwards, we started working after the initial MOU signing and all. We started doing the user engagement, understanding the user requirement, and then ecosystem analysis. We tried to understand what kind of system government has, and then finally various stakeholders that are operating in the agriculture ecosystem. We then went and developed the platform and made a controlled pilot in 2 districts, somewhere around January in 2024. And we started very closely collecting farmer feedback on what they are experiencing and what are the changes they want to see. So over a period of time, you can see in the next quarter, April to June 24, we kept on introducing more and more features, like we added agri-asset category, then we added help section where they have access to agri officials and many other DBT officials and other officials who can help them in their day-to-day operations. Then finally, we added various schemes to it, and then we expanded to 8 more districts. Now you can see the graph going up when we expanded to all 38 districts, and we added various features like commodity price, then weather forecast from BMSK. We'll talk about these features later on, grievance redressal. And then finally, we have now, in recent phase, as I mentioned, we have 500,000 farmers registered on a platform, and we have added very nice features to it, like farmer passbooks, dynamic soil health card advisory, and Bihar Krishi radio and knowledge management part to it. As you can see, we have crossed 500,000, and it's not that 1 or 2 districts are giving this number to us. It's consistent, almost consistent across all districts. A lot of labor has gone behind it. We have done training for more than 15,000 agri officials and farmers training to reach this number. And we have very closely tracked which districts are underperforming, and we are going after them, talking to the BAO, BHO there to increase the adoption of Bihar Krishi there. That's why CU numbers are quite uniform, and we are working on the districts which are lagging behind. You can see 87% of the farmers are DBT registered, which means that they are Aadhaar authenticated. And it's not that one person has made 2 profiles and all. It's all very unique number of farmers that have registered on our platform. Around 21% of the farmers are females. So in future, we have plans to integrate with Jivika as well, which will help us to increase the female number of farmers and adoption of the application among female farmers. 71% of the farmers are small holding, 1 to 2 hectares they are managing right now. So it's not that the big land farmers are using it, so it shows that our demographic and positioning is quite right. So we have more than 35 features. We'll not go through each and every one of them. These are available through 16 modules in both mobile application and web application. But the key ones are, next one. You can see your picture in the left side and the top right corner, 27 degree. This is the basically weather information. Once you click it, you are taken to a separate page where you can see information for the current weather, forecast for 3 days, and you can search for any district's weather. So why is it important? It's a very common feature that everyone has. It's important because it's not coming from IMD. IMD only has 19 weather stations in Bihar. But it's coming from Bihar Mausam Seva Kendra, which is a hyper-local advisory. They have weather stations in each and every block in Bihar and giving very accurate data on block-level information to the farmers. So that's why it's very important for us, and we integrated with them instead of IMD. So this hyper-local advisory is giving to the farmers on daily basis. They also provide instant Mausam alerts. So if there is sudden change in weather, let's say some storm is coming or some sudden rain is going to come. So they have an instant Mausam alert, which is also being integrated with the Bihar Krishi so that we can keep farmers updated on sudden weather changes. Next, you can see the price mandi. Manoj talked about the price mandi, more than 200 crops, and it's near real-time information that farmers get. How is it near real-time? Because every morning, there are 100 mandis. Every morning, 100 ACs have been nominated for taking price from the mandis. So, Bihar government and Department of Agriculture has mandated these people to go 6 to 8 in the mandis and update price for all crop on daily basis. So, on our application, if you see a price for, let's say, wheat, then you are seeing price of the wheat arrival in that particular mandi on that very day. So, it's near real time. That's why it's important for farmers to be updated on real-time price of commodities. So we have given it a twist. It takes you a separate page where you can have a 7-day chart of share market-like fluctuations of the prices for a period of time, and you can do your own analysis. So farmers can engage in looking after what was the price 7 days back or even a month back. So they can have this. Third module is the scheme module where farmers can have access to 51 schemes information. They can check whether they are eligible to it or not. They can apply through a very seamless standard UI UX. They can also track the scheme application status. It was earlier they had to run pillar to post to check status of their scheme, whether their scheme has been sanctioned or they've been approved or not. But at the fingertip, they can now check whether their scheme has been approved or not. So they can status can be checked. And then there's a farmer passbook. So like bank passbook, there is a farmer passbook where farmers can check detail of schemes they have received for last 7 years. So like you can see what was the transaction done if in last 6 months or 1 month. So similarly, farmer can do it for last 7 years. From 2017 onwards till 2025, they can have access to any scheme that they have applied for Government of Department of Agriculture. Then there is a very recent addition on radio where advisory, scheme information and other relevant information to the farmer is being given on 24-hour basis. We have this advisory section where you can see we are integrated with the Plant Protection Department where we are giving information for 12 crops to the farmers. Then there is a soil health card information. Farmer soil health card information is shown to him and the best part here is that basis the soil card information, he or she is given advice dynamically. For example, he can put the amount of production he wants, he can put the crop name, he can put the land size, and he can receive advisory, dynamic advisory for that particular requirement on the basis of soil test results that he have received. So this is very unique for Bihar that we have developed. Then, of course, Mandi price. Then there is a help section where, as I mentioned, there is an end-to-end GRM system where farmers can lodge their complaint and there is a complete recourse mechanism working behind that to monitor that particular grievance. There are technical issues reporting available as well. And then, of course, there is an officials directory for various officers of the government of Bihar. So now, this is the engagement number, farmers' engagement number, how farmers are interacting with our platform. So roughly on daily basis, we have around 38,000 hits on our platform, and that translates into roughly 10,000 unique farmers who use it on daily basis. We are working to improve the numbers even further, and this number is supposed to grow in. These are the unique clicks and total clicks. So we have roughly 26,000 total clicks we are receiving on the platform and around 18 to 19,000 unique clicks that we are receiving on the platform. The most used features are schemes, government schemes, help and advisory. So these are some farmer testimonials that we have collected across Bihar where they are finding the directory and advisory, the scheme application process very useful. Mostly schemes and advisory, they are really liking it. Of course, they have many suggestions which we have been collecting over a period of time, and we are improving our application basis those suggestions. So these are the integrations that we are pursuing. So Bihar Krishi, two parallel integrations are going on. One is the state level integration. So as I mentioned, we have done the hyperlocal weather advisory integration. We have done the crop price integration. We have integrated with Bihan. We are integrated with Kisan Call Center and then integrated with Soil Health Card. At the center level, Vistar, we are Vistar ready. So whenever our friends are ready to roll out, partners will be showing and making that advisory available to the farmers as well. Then we are in close discussions with Jan Samarth, Agri-Tech team, Digital Crop Survey to integrate on our platform so that farmers can have access to their crop survey details as well. In AI solutions, we are very closely working with AIP cohorts. So whichever is the best solution coming out of AIP cohort will be integrating with Bihar Krishi. So that will be the advisory, chatbot advisory that will be offered to the farmers through that particular platform. And then we are also talking to NPSS, which is a National Pest Surveillance System, which is image-based detection of diseases. So we are in talks with them, and we are also trying to integrate so that farmers can have this value-added service of clicking the picture and knowing which disease their crop is infested with, and followed by the agri-input advisory. So what next? So we have rich features that we are giving to the farmers as of now. But we are not stopping here. We have many other plans as well. So one of the plans is that we are going beyond agriculture department. So animal husbandry, dairy. So we are mostly focused on crops right now. But we want to get into livestock, fisheries, dairy, animal husbandry. So we are also plans to talk to different agriculture allied departments to integrate their schemes, their services on our platform. That's the plan. Second is that we want to do more and more community engagement, Jivika, Syngenta Foundation, and many other private and government NGOs to help improve adoption of the Bihar Krishi. Of course, private sector integrations is in plan. This is Bihar Krishi in numbers. Like I mentioned, as of now, we have 522,000 farmers registered. We have done more than 50 plus schemes integrations, 12 plus price, soil health advisory, and then weather integrations, and 12 certain integrations. 25 asset categories we have listed, which has more than 22,000 asset points. We have outreach to more than 70 plus private sector partners. And we have communicated, we have done several rounds of functional and technical integration discussions with them and signed MOU with 10 plus partners for onboarding on Bihar Krishi. We have done 15,000 training to Bihar agriculture officials, mostly agriculture consultants and Kisan Salahkars. So there are 2 rounds of training happened. One round, physically we went to all 38 districts to train them, and second round we did virtual training to all of them to refresh their skills. And then finally we have sent more than 15 million messages on Bihar Krishi to adopt and through DBT numbers. So this is where the private sector, so as I mentioned, 70 plus in outreach we have done, 10 plus MOU has been signed. So very soon we'll be starting this private sector integrations as well. And then our final target is to increase the number to 2 million by 2025 and increasing it to 4 million in next 2 years. And of course, all these efforts will help us to increase our adoption rate in future. In other thing that we are also doing is we are learning from the other states. For example, the farmer passbook you saw, we got this idea from Odisha, and my friend, I think Utkarsh would know. So there's a feature coming from Odisha, which we adopted and we implemented in Bihar Krishi. So similar studies we are also doing from Karnataka, understanding fruit system, and many other states, for example, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, and trying to adopt best practices they have and replicate here in Bihar Krishi. So that is all about Bihar Krishi, and happy to answer any questions you have. Thank you.
We are Dexian, in the business for good.